Hi guys, welcome back to Simply Living. Today we have a Berlin seeds haul. I actually got these seeds a little bit over a month ago. I ended up going to the Independent Food Summit in Ohio. It's only 2 hours away from me, so me and my husband made kind of like a weekend trip out of it, even though it was a Thursday. We went on a Thursday. 2 days. And I've been planning on making this video and I never got around to doing it. And I'm at the point in which my cats are starting to get in the bag in which I have the seeds and chewing at them. They like the rattling noise of it. I actually have Halo right here inspecting everything I'm doing. So I just want to go through it and show you what I got. This will be a little bit of a harder video to edit. Probably have a lot of cuts and pictures in it because Berlin seeds, their packets are very generic, so they don't have photos on them like the other ones, which means I'm gonna have to put in the pictures myself. I think I showed her in a previous video, but we have a new cat. Her name is Julie, or technically July, but I pronounce it like you would pronounce it in Spanish. Julie, we got her on 4th of July. We were at the pool at one of my husband's friend's house, and I saw her walking out of the corner of my eye, and I started fake meowing, and she came straight towards us. So we have 3 cats now. Ouch. She used to be so tiny. She will fit in my hand, but obviously now I need both hands to hold her. She was very filthy when we got her, but she's been very sweet. I don't need your butt in my face. Either way, she and Halo, my orange cat, are getting along. Luna's still a little bit iffy, but they're getting around and becoming friends. Either way, enough rambling. Let's get this started because I have quite a bit of seeds to go through. Okay, I got my book. You actually can order Berlin seeds online. When I first ordered it, I did it through the phone, but their stuff is still under work, so I would still recommend to call or do the order sheet at the end that you can mail in. I'm gonna try to go in the order in which the packet is from. The first thing I got is the Borsalino French Filet. It says it's a highly productive plant bearing a concentrated set of uniform slim golden pods. The crisp and tender stringless bean have a buttery, delicate flavor, excellent for fresh use, canning, and freezing. So I thought it would be nice. Plus, they're jello. I like growing things with color. I think they're prettier. It really annoys my husband because he will just want the basic thing, and he's like, "Why are you growing it this color?" And I'm like, "Well, it's pretty, and I'm the one growing it, so I'm gonna grow things I enjoy to look at." I have a dwarf horticultural bean. This is a dry bean, which by this time it says is done in 56 days. It's actually rather very short. Usually it's over 100 days. But the pods are light green when you're young and maturity for buff or tan splashed with carmine markings. Most popular use as a green shell bean. Very tasty. I will use it as a dry bean. The reason I get the dwarf horticultural and the pinto beans is because these are the beans I ate when I was little and lived in Dominican Republic. So it's a nostalgic thing to me. The same reason why I have all red onions growing, because those are the onions I ate growing up. So they are the things I want to eat. Going over to beets, I have the Detroit Dark Red, and it's one of our top sellers. Smooth skin, extremely sweet, excellent slicer. We'll see. I've never been a big fan of beets, but I wasn't a big fan of radishes, and I found out I really like those. So let's give this a try. We have broccoli here. I think I only bought one, which is the Walham broccoli. It's an heirloom that produces 4 to 8 inch dense uniform blue-green heads that are tasty and very prolific. They are in stocky plants, 20 inches tall. He also produces delectable side shoots and has a unique cold tolerance that permits late fall harvest, which is what I plan to be using with this. I had some Brussels sprouts, Mark, but then I didn't get any. My husband doesn't like them. I don't like them, so why grow them? I hear the idea like, do you need to grow them yourself? Because it might be better, but one step at a time, you know? Next thing is cabbages. Cabbages I really like. I've always liked cabbages since I was little. It will be the only vegetable I will eat together with corn, if corn counts as a vegetable. We have the Copenhagen Market, which is a Danish heirloom introduced in 1909. Recommended for late June harvest, uniform good storage variety, suitable for market or home garden. The fact that it says good storage sounds great to me. I also bought the storage number 4. This is the top pick they have for storage variety that makes nice cabbage heads even under fertility or weather stress. Firms up in as few as 75 days for fresh use, but they will continue to enlarge from 4 to 8 pounds. That is a lot of food in 95 days. Are capable of long-term storage into spring, resistant to fusarium yellows, that's a disease. I also have a Chinese cabbage. I want to try and make my own kimchi this winter or fall. I got the Michili, a dark green variety, short heading interior is solid, crisp, tender, and good flavor. 16-inch tall and cylindrical, usually done in 75 days. One thing about these books is that it gives you recipes throughout. This one is a sauerkraut recipe. Now, sauerkraut is very simple. It's just the cabbage and salt. We're moving over to carrots. I had 2 that I was looking at, and they're basically the same. The Chanterai Red Core and then the Royal Chanterai. I'm probably mispronouncing it. I'm so sorry. The Red Core is a heirloom small core with bright orange flesh, fine grain, tender, crisp, and sweets, and does well in very heavy soil. That was the main thing I was looking for, that they did well in heavy soil. I have clay soil. Now, I do have raised beds, but those raised beds have clay soil in the bottom. And then the Royal Chantenay, it's an open pollinated hybrid, the standard garden carrier for heavy or shallow soils. Again, same thing. 5 to 6 inches in length, orange inside, sweet fine grained flesh, dependable heavy yields. For fresh market, excellent for canning or freezing, blanching, and storing. Amazing. Kind of wish I would have gotten the bigger packet now that I think about it. But I think I just wanted to try them and see if I can taste the difference. I probably won't be able to. One thing I got is cauliflower. Me and my husband don't like cauliflower. But it's an heirloom, large, pure white heads that are crisp and tender. Give it a try. You know, worst case scenario, I don't like it. I feed it to the chickens and get eggs out of them. We have celery. This is something my husband really likes. I personally use it mostly celery salt, but he will snack on this thing. This is the golden self-blanching outstanding yellow type, good table variety, 25 inches tall, stocky plants, tender, stringless flesh, thick and heavy stalks, early to mature, 85 days. We have corn. I love corn. And you might look at me like I'm a little crazy because corn is known for the rate of the seeds to decrease rapidly. But I don't think I'm gonna go back next year for the Independence Summit. Next year, I actually want to go to the Homesteaders of America Summit in Tennessee. So I was already there. Might as well get everything I wanted. And worst case scenario, they don't all germinate. I just get 50% germination and it's fine. Let's go back to this one. Hickory King White. This one is then corn. It's an heirloom known for its exceptional flavor and easy processing in many food dishes, including cornbread, grits, hominy, cornmeal, tortilla flours, and even old-time roasting ears. I love a roasted ear of corn. I love elotes. Egg stocks grow 8 to 10 feet tall, producing ears 7 to 8 inches long. Very large white kernel. Considered the best variety for hominy because the skin of the kernel is easily removed by soaking. Then I have the sweet corn. I have Delightful over here. Honestly, I was between Delightful and Eden. I ended up going with this one because it's a main season yellow stalks that top spot for canning and freezing. That's what I plan on doing with my sweet corn. As much as I love fresh roasted corn and boiled corn, there's only 2 people in this house, and we will get sick of corn if I were to cook it every single day, multiple times a day. The ears are covered with deep green husks that are attractive flags, a grainy variety that bridges the gap between processing corn and fresh eating quality. Excellent germination, sure become a favorite. So I thought, reading that, even if I did plant some of them, even if I don't get through all of them, which I won't, hopefully the excellent germination will carry on through the years. And then lastly, I have popcorn. I have ladyfinger. I was influenced by Modern Farmers. I actually got to meet them at the Food Independence Summit. I got to meet Michelle. It was kind of awkward because she's very shy and I was very shy. So I said hi, and then we just stood staring at each other for a few minutes, saying nothing, just smiling, until my husband intervened and started talking, and then we talked for a little while. She was very nice. But this is the one they grow. Supposedly it's very delicious. It says here, an heirloom variety with slender 6-inch ears of small yellow kernels that are tender and wholeless when popped. I'm gonna be honest with you, not the biggest fan of corn. Not corn, popcorn. Probably because I have braces for 4 years and eating popcorn with braces is a no-go, but my husband really likes it. Cucumbers. I only got one type of cucumber because I have many types myself, and it's the Suzhou Long. It's a topic. It's a sweet flavor river bulbless fruit growing up to 15 inches long. Widely adapted, grows well in hot weather and sets early. Try using this crispy cucumber in salads for bread and butter or pickling. Excellent eating quality, bitter-free. Trellis for straight fruits, traditional long fluid variety from China. I have eggplants. I only have one, which is the Listada de Gandia. It looks, again, like the eggplant my mom, my aunt, my family will use in the Dominican Republic, which is like the purple with the white stripes. Nostalgia. So that's the one I got. It's an heirloom, the most popular heirloom types. This one has 7-inch long fruit that is white with lovely bright purple stripes that are beautiful and have fabulous flavor with sweet, tender flesh. It's a French heirloom, produces plentiful 6 to 8 inch attractive oval eggplants that thrive in the heat. Kale. Do I have kale? I don't think so. Even though I have it highlighted here, I don't think I bought it. I've never been a big fan of kale, to be honest with you. But I have a bunch of little butters. lettuces. I say butter because I have butter crunch lettuce right here, which is an heirloom, heat tolerant, small compact hearts that blanch to yellow. Oh, interesting. I also have Michelle, which is another heirloom, a crisp bat bien style lettuce that has thick, crunchy red tingle leaves. This French heirloom handles both summer and winter. Tom Thumb. Delicate miniature butterheads, perfect for single serving size, excellent flavor, crisp and sweet. Resist bolting. And lastly, this is pretty sure it's a French name, Rouge d'Hiver. If I sound a little weird, I did take French while I was in college before I joined the military. So I like to try and pronounce the French names for things. It's an heirloom from the 1800s. Compact 12-inch tall head with a tender green heart surrounded by bronze red leaves. The name translates to red winter as its cold tolerance and resists deep burn, ideal for fall planting. I only got one melon, or two actually, and I don't see one here. I probably try and plant some of them. Which is the Aspire, I'll just put the photo, which is French Tempéré type, produce personal sized gourmet melons that are extra sweet and extremely early. These juicy tender delights are too fragile for commercial growers and are best enjoyed by home gardeners. They take 60 days. Peas. I grew some peas earlier this season, so I will definitely want to grow them again in the fall. I got the Dual brand. Is an open pollinated hybrid, most popular pea, and for good reason, with 10 to 14 peas per pod and 2 pods per node. Dual consistently outyields other varieties, excellent for fresh eating and freezing. Sweet and tender bright green peas. Sounds good, especially because you think you might have a lot of peas and then when you shell them, it's the tiniest little bowl. Peppers, again, I only got one, the Orange Blaze. Another recommendation from More Than Farmers. This is Michelle's favorite pepper. Very sweet, early to mature, disease resistance, and we did mention orange. Intense high-impact orange that electrifies salads and relish trays. Flavor and performance earned a 2011 AAS ribbon. I actually planted some of these on the green stock that recently became empty because I pulled my garlic. If you hear a little ruckus, little Julie is playing with I don't know what. Some radishes. Salsify. We have Mammoth Island. It's an heirloom. The tops are heavy and grass-like. The roots are white. 9 inches by 1 inch. Can be dug up and stored or left in the ground all winter. Peeled, sliced, and boiled or fried. Can be used in soups or as cremated vegetable. Flavor resembles an oyster. I've never had oysters, so I don't know what those taste like. The only reason I got this is because I was in YouTube watching videos about crops that have been forgotten throughout history, but they used to be very big during medieval times. And they mentioned salsify. And I saw it here and I was like, I want to try and grow that. So here we go. Squash. I have 2 types. Oh, no, 3. Benning's Green Tint. This is a patty pan squash. Honestly, I think this probably is the one I'm growing right now because it looks very similar and I love it. It's an heirloom, little American heirloom from the early 1900s. Vennings green tin patty pan type, very pretty pale green scallop squash that has excellent flavor, a hint of sweetness, and a tender yet meaty texture. They're ideal when picked 2 to 3 inches in diameter and are priced for quick sauteing in pastas, grill, and stuff. Steaming or serving fresh with summer dips. Blossoms are prolific, the ideal size for culinary use. The ones I'm growing, I would say they're white. They're not really green, but either way, like them. I have zucchini romanesco, which is an Italian heirloom, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. Sweet, nutty flavor, more manageable production. Expect 3 to 4 light green ripe fruits a week. Plant is easy to grow with full vines. We'll see. The other zucchini type that I had died. Thelma Sanders sweet potato squash. It's a winter squash. I am not planting that, even though technically I could try and risk it because it says it has a 90-day maturity and I have like 95 days left, but I'm just gonna let it for next year. Tender, sweet, and delicious Thelma Sanders sweet potato cooks up to a buttery, soft texture and unmatchable flavor. Highly productive plants produce live-aged, deeply rich acorn squash measuring 7 to 8 inches with thick orange gold flesh. An heirloom originated from Missouri. It's truly exceptional. Squash also stores very well. Sweetens in storage. I love sweet potatoes, so these just sounded amazing. Miss Ma'am, I cannot have you playing with the seed packets again. Tomatoes. These ones, I have a couple. 4. Which I shouldn't because I have a lot of different types of tomatoes that I'm probably very rarely gonna grow, at least here. My garden is very small. We have the Great White, which is a indeterminate heirloom, large 1-pound giant creamy white fruits. This tomato is superbly wonderful. The flesh is so good and deliciously fruity. It reminds one of a mixture of a fresh cut pineapple, melon, and guava. I want to know what that's like. One of our favorite fresh eating tomatoes. Fruit is smoother than most large beefsteak types and yields can be very high. This is one I'm definitely going to grow next year. I love yellow skin tomatoes. They are very sweet. Sun Dipper. This is a grape tomato. This is also an indeterminate, but this is a hybrid. No biting. It's an orange dipper tomato with elongated ridge orange 2 to 3 inch fruit that are easily held between your fingers for dipping in dressing on a vegetable platter. This unique fruit shape is eye-catching, delicious, and superb for snacking. I'm gonna be honest, you won't really catch me snacking on tomatoes, but maybe this will change my mind. The Giant Garden Paste, I actually planted some of these. I did do a change. If you saw one of my previous videos on what I'm planting this year, I think I have the Napoli now on my garden beds, but I think I'm gonna change it. Well, I'm gonna change it to this one, but I think I mentioned that I was gonna grow maybe the summer sunnies. But these ones are a hybrid, but they're determinate. An extra large meaty paste to replace Big Mama. Heirloom flavor combined with excellent disease resistant and vigor. Vigor? Which way you pronounce it? Tasty 3 by 6 inch fruit to make great paste and sauces. The Napoli, very prolific, but honestly, the fruits are like this big. I don't like that. We'll see. So I have very high hopes for this one. Watermelon. I'm not the biggest fan of watermelon. My husband really likes them. I got one, the Yellow Dough, oval round to 7 inches across, bright yellow, sweet, juicy flesh, light green rind with dark green stripes, extra early with few seeds, can be grown on a trellis. I'm having a lot of problems trying to grow melons and sweet potatoes. They just keep getting eaten. I don't know if it's the deer. Oh my goodness, girl, I need to cut your nails. How are they so long? Little daggers. Go play with Halo. I'm a shredder with 3 cats. Literally, I'm full of scratches, head to toe. But back to the point. Yeah, something is eating my plants. It could, I think it's, I'm probably going to pronounce it wrong, a groundhog. Probably that's not what it is, but that's the only thing that's coming to my head. Oh, I'm missing a tomato. Lemon Boy Plus, I don't think I mentioned that one. An indeterminate, an older variety with an eye-catching yellow tomatoes with wonderful color and flavor. Deep, fruity, slightly tangy, but also sweet and mild, medium smooth, perfect for slicing. Often requested by our customers. And then the next thing I have is just flour. It's a sunflower blend. Annual cock mix flour, beneficial insect flower mix, and straw flowers. I've never grown straw flowers, but every single video I've seen of people growing them, they look so fun. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Have you grown any of these varieties? If so, let me know what you think. Me and little Julie wish you a good night. Say bye. Say bye. Yeah. Okay.